Hey Scorpio, welcome to a reading for you guys for February 2025. Welcome. This is a little tarot scope for you guys. We'll see what's going on, see what's coming up for you guys. If your sun is in Scorpio, if your moon is in Scorpio, if your rising is in Scorpio, if you know a Scorpio. If you just want to be here and check out a Scorpio video, there was a few of them in there, so I'm not going to take that one. You are so welcome to be here. Thank you for being here. It is my absolute joy to do these readings. I just love them. So it's my pleasure to share them with you. I have a Scorpio rising, so I'm always fascinated to see what comes up for Scorpio. All right, we're going to get a few oracle cards here for you guys. Kind of see what the themes of the month are for February 2025, and then we will jump into a full Celtic cross for you to see what the energy is going to be. It's been really interesting seeing the last few readings, but let's see what comes up for Scorpio 2025. This is an angel card for you guys, Archangel deck, and I will list all of the decks in the description below if you are interested in checking any of them out. All right, Scorpio, archetype card for you guys, the Temple. What are you worshiping, Scorpio? Scorpio, what are you worshiping? As an archetype, as a sign that can get real into the occult or really deep into whatever you're doing, what are you focusing on in February? What are you really like putting your energy toward? What are you growing? What are you cultivating? The Temple, especially like your body, right? This is about health. This is about wellness. Look at all of this green on the card. It's about like real growth, but also like hope, vitality, heart forward. What are you focusing on? But what are you focusing on with a true intention to grow, to pray over, to be intentional with, to communicate about? Let's see how this relates to your reading. But there's a real sense of presence here and a real sense of like interest and devotion and direction, whether you're choosing it or whether you're going to sort of see where whether you're going to see what you're going to pray for, pray about, pray to this month will become evident in the reading. Let's see how it relates to the rest of the cards. Okay, the next one, move on. Ooh, I sort of love this in tandem with the Temple. So when we're focusing on what we want, we just let anything that we don't want or that isn't serving us anymore just fall to the wayside. It doesn't matter if someone's pissed you off. It doesn't matter how unfair something is. It doesn't matter like what you've been pissed off about. Scorpio, you more than any other sign, more than any other archetype, has the ability to take that really, really deep, that hurt, that temperament, that anger, and want to just absolutely rebel, want to revenge, want to really fuck over. And if you have ever let it go, just really had something that bit into you so hard, and if you've just let it go, detached from it, and started to focus on what we really wanted to grow, what you really wanted to see thrive in your life, God, it just saves you like so much time, health. It's so good for you. It's like the biggest, most amazing, best practice. I also love like move on could be sort of like a sad, hard thing. And this card is so full of life. It's so full of like all these possibilities, being like very inspired by your third eye, by spirit, by the universe. So I just see like a whole new universe for you coming in for something that like you are ready to move toward this month. Ooh, exciting. Okay. An angel card for you. This is an angel deck, Clairsentience. Gorgeous. Archangel Raguel, notice your recurring physical and emotional feelings as they signify divine guidance. So again, it was just like super clear from this card how much divine energy, divine inspiration you really will have available to you through February. So much coming forward. Like you're gonna just clairsentience is your thing if it's not already your thing. So like an ability to feel what's coming through, an ability to really like understand through your physiology, through your emotions, what the universe is trying to tell you. It's like follow the nudges, follow the inklings, follow the ways that you're feeling. I mean, not like all the time, you know, if you're like, you know what would be really great is just to eat this like entire chocolate cake. I think God is really telling me to just like just eat everything in sight, you know. I mean, it's not that, right? But it's like follow the intuitive nudges or the feelings that you're getting to go somewhere. A really good practice for this is like, even if you sit in meditation for like a very short minute, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, just clear your mind. It doesn't have to be for a long time at all, Scorpio. You can get to a place where first thing you kind of think of or feel of to do afterwards is a really good indication of a clear mind, of being led by spirit, of being led by divine timing, and just kind of like letting that mind go, letting the mind go, which, you know, is such an incredible tool. And if unchecked, or if we're just following blindly, can take us places that are sometimes harder than others. Harder than if we are spirit-led, right? And in alignment with our soul's true desire. Okay, Scorpio, what's going on for you guys? Central theme for you through the month of February, 8 of Swords. Love this. Okay, so speaking of getting out of your own way, that was an amazing example to speak to the 8 of Swords. So February, you might be getting out of an energy or addressing an energy where you feel tied up, where you're not sure where to go, where your thoughts are racing, where you're not quite sure like what's up, what's down. 8 of Swords is really feeling kind of locked into a situation or a feeling or some kind of like mental block, and you're just not sure how to get out of it. Really, 8 of Swords, the message is just to kind of like take off the blindfold, like sit down for 5 minutes and meditate, and then kind of like move forward on exactly what you feel like next. And it might not be what you think. You might have to get out of your comfort zone. Queen of Pentacles in reverse kind of speaks to something that doesn't feel necessarily comfortable. You might be in an uncomfortable space. You might have had like a move or something physical in your physical material home space that feels like really in flux right now, or like not feeling very homey or nourished, or having the ability to nourish yourself right now. This could also be like a mother figure or some kind of like person in your life that is like sick or is giving you a hard time or kind of coming down on you this month, and like kind of interrupting your own sense of what's good for you. What's crossing you this month that's going to help or hinder this energy? The 7 of Swords, interesting. Wow. Okay. So this is going to be beautiful. I feel like the Oracle cards and your guidance through whatever is happening here is going to be really, really important for you this month, Scorpio, because you are dealing with the mental body. I actually haven't seen this card before. It's really interesting. The moon right on top of like this whole person just showing the legs. It's so fascinating. It's like a metaphor of what are you doing? What is the action that you're taking? And are you doing it blind, or are you doing it from a deep sense of intuition? It's exactly what we've been talking about. The 7 of Swords can often represent sabotage. I always think of it as like a self-sabotage card, right? Like, where am I taking myself down? Where am I thinking thoughts that are like not being supportive of myself? Where and how can I do better to support myself? Am I thinking that I'm not worthy? Am I thinking that I can't do this? Like, how am I just like absolutely self-sabotaging myself? It can mean that like other people are not speaking well of you. I just don't like to like engage in that dialogue. So often our outer world is a reflection of our inner world anyway. So outer world doesn't really matter. We'll kind of come into a section here that will talk about what's going on with you in the environment this month. But this combo for your month ahead, Scorpio, is all about training your mental body. So if you've been having a lot of racing thoughts, if you've been having a lot of anxiety, if you've been having a lot of mental chatter that like has not been serving you, February is the month that's going to like break through all of it. Move on from the situation, stop chewing on it. What do you really want to focus on? What are you worshiping this month? And if it isn't what makes you feel good, just turn and help you and see something else and focus on that, and it will grow. I used to do a lot of kayaking, like a lot of whitewater, pretty advanced kayaking. And there were some real scary moments in there. And the adage is always look where you want to go. So if you are coming up on the river on like some huge hole, some really big rock, some huge feature, and you don't want to go there, Don't look there. Look on the other side of the river and paddle like you have never paddled before, and you will get there. Like, do not stop paddling. But if you look at the big hole and you're like, oh no, I can't believe I might go in there, you're gonna fall in there. So this is the same trajectory, right? Like, you're always on a continual flow of the river of your mind and of manifestation from what you're believing at all times. So if you don't like what you're seeing or where you're going, or if you're feeling tied up, start to focus on something else. Actually, I want to feel joy. Actually, I want to feel peace. Actually, I want to feel the lightness of like forgiveness and moving on from whatever it is. I'm going to like listen to little nudges this month of what helps me feel good. Maybe I want to go to a dance class. Maybe I want to go like run it out. Scorpio, I know for you as an archetype, it can be really necessary to like get it out of your body. You're such a deep feeling sign. You need very like deep, like aggressive physical ways to like move it through your body. So exercise, like a very like, sauna, cold plunge, jumping, shaking, like whatever it is, move through this. And let's see what else the cards have to say. Okay, what's going on here in the subconscious that you're building the rest of the month off of? The moon in reverse. Actually, I haven't seen this moon card before. Oh, I love that Black Panther. I did a lot of a shamanic workshop at one point, and my spirit animal was a Black Panther. So beautiful, such an amazing spirit animal to like walk you through the dark night of the soul, times where you don't know what's happening, which is amazing, which is what the moon card represents. It's a time of night. There are shadows, there are figures we can't really see very clearly. We don't know what's real necessarily, and the method here is always to like say, how do I want to react through a time that feels very uncertain? Who am I through a time that feels like very scary potentially? When it's upside down, there could be like a non-commitment to how you want to do that. It could be a really scary time for you, Scorpio. There could be like, you're really good actually in transformation as a sign, as an archetype. You are the sign that continually transforms yourself, continually goes into the dark to see who you are on the other side of it. So when we have the moon in this position upside down, it's really saying that you are in deep. You're in a place that is going to cultivate so much transformation for you. Look at that. I feel like it's like a magic carpet. Is that a magic carpet? I'm going to say it's a magic carpet. That's what it's looking like to me right now. When you go so deep into the depths of the shadow, your darkness, there are ways. It's like the deepest fertilizer creates the brightest sunflowers, right? Like the deeper you go, the higher you can go. The more you process your shit, the more shit you don't have, the higher you can go, the more enlightened you can be, the more integrated you are as a human, and the more evolved you can be, the more you can speak to and have compassion for other people's experiences. So you're really in a place, Scorpio, of going deep. What is, and 5 of Swords, and you're not fighting it anymore. There's a real sense of surrender here to the darkness, and it might feel scary. You might not feel like you have much choice if you're feeling like apathy or depressed. Sometimes that can be an indication of like the 8 of Swords and 7 of Swords. If you are, just know that like this is going on in your subconscious right now, and it's a real opportunity for you to like clear out a lot of beliefs and feelings that aren't serving you anymore. It's a real service, not just to yourself, Scorpio, but to the entire world, the entire universe, to be in a place of exceptionally deep healing, and clearing out like those really, really deep core beliefs that are like really detrimental potentially to your mental or emotional health. It's so healing, not just for you, but for the world. So if you are in a very like dark place, or going through a change or going through healing, just know that like you're doing work for the collective. You are absolutely making a huge, huge difference, not just for yourself, but drastically for your inner circle. And you are making an impact on the world. I believe that so deeply. What are you focused on calling in or manifesting this month? Justice. Scorpio, you're like, I'm gonna get mine, they're gonna get theirs. Yeah. You're really focused on how like things are gonna come in for you. Like you're like, look, I've put in all this work, or this thing happened to me. This could also look like contracts, legal writing, if you're like purchasing a house, if you're going through divorce, if you're like doing any kind of legal paperwork, justice can really be focusing on that all coming out successfully. So you could be really focused on how well that's going, on doing that really well, and on making sure that that all comes out very clearly. A couple flew out here in the Magician. Yep, you are absolutely creating the world that you want. The Fool in reverse. This is, okay, this is making sure that you're not rushing into anything. The Fool in reverse is don't be an idiot about starting new projects. So when the Fool is upright, we always want to be like carefree, excited, beginner's mind, right? We love the Fool, a whole new adventure. We have no fear. We've never felt pain. When it's in reverse, this is just a little bit of a cautionary tale to say, make sure actually you have food for the next like week when you won't be anywhere near a food source. Make sure you actually have like fair weather gear when you're going to be in the rain at a camping trip, right? Like, don't screw yourself over. So you are making your dreams happen. You are absolutely manifesting all of the good karma that is coming your way. You will get positive results. You will get the justice that is coming to you, the karma that is coming to you. But also take measures to like read the fine print, make sure that you're set up for whatever's coming and that you are good to go with whatever projects you are manifesting this month. Okay, what is here in the recent past, Scorpio? What's got you going on? Wheel of Fortune, really big things happening for you, Scorpio. So the recent past was really like, this could absolutely be like more money, an opportunity that came to pass, or like a really like karmic cycle that's like ending, a relationship that's been really fruitful, or even like a job that's been fruitful, but like really, really hard. There's something in the recent past that was like destined for you to go through that really contributed to your life in a major way. And this could absolutely be monetarily, things going your way, finances coming in. And it could also have been really hard. Seeing from the rest of the cards here, like just like what I'm talking about here, the deeper you go, the more wisdom you receive. The Wheel of Fortune is a little bit like that. It's a card that's, yeah, exactly. Strength flying out. It's a card that's like, hold on, girl. Hold on. Big rewards coming, but we don't get big gains without working hard, right? This is like a gym thing. Like if you don't get a 6-pack without doing some crunches, and like doing them consistently over time and adjusting your diet and making sure that like you are fueled for a body that will result in a 6-pack. It takes strength. It takes calming the inner will to like give up. It takes strength knowing like when to move and when to rest. So congratulations is what I want to say, Scorpio. You've come from a time in the recent past that could have been very challenging, but also exceptionally rewarding. And even I'm getting like, you know, when we see the Wheel of Fortune, we're often like, woohoo, like so exciting, like really good things are coming or have come. But from what I'm reading here, it's really feeling like this might have been hard won. Or like whatever happened here in the recent past might be so exceptionally amazing for you, the way that it's contributing to your life or the way that it will contribute to your life, but it might have been through the hardships that you went through to get it. So let's see where this is taking you. Where are you going in the future here? The 8 of Wands, girl, it's coming for you. There is like quick manifestations coming. Whatever you've gone through, whatever you're working through, it's lining you up for action that's coming in the future. So take your naps now. Make sure you are focusing on what you want. Make sure you're not focusing on the big whitewater hole or the big like, you know, like brick wall that's coming up in the river. Make sure you're focusing on the line through, the green water, the really beautiful smooth path through the rapids. Make sure you're focusing on like, you know, what you want to create in your life, happiness, lightness of being. Leave anything that isn't working for you behind, because coming for you as you're moving on, it's going to be really quick. Things are going to happen quickly. Your manifestations are going to come in and you want to be ready for them. You want to be ready to jump on them. If it's like meeting someone new, if someone new is coming into your life, you don't want to be pining about your ex or, you know, your old situation and say like, oh, I don't know if I actually want to go on a date tonight, right? You want to be like, oh my God, I'm so excited to accept an invitation. If it's a new job offer, if it's a new whatever it is, right? Things are going to come into your experience with the 8 of Wands here in the future. Whole new worlds opening up. And look at that like lute player. Love this. It's the 10 of Swords in reverse. Completions here and just like the ending of feeling so overwhelmed. I love seeing this combo for you. It's like you're going to really have a completion of kicking yourself in the ass. There's a lot of lightness coming forward, Scorpio, but you're going to have to effort toward the ease, if that makes sense. So instead of like sitting down, writing hate letters to people that you know, want to seek revenge on and sending them, write hate letters and burn them as a way of like alleviating some of the weight that you're feeling, and like focus on what you want to plant in your body, in your physiology, in your mind, instead of like the hate or the resentment that you're carrying, because you're going places and you're going to have a lot of stress relieved in the future. How's all this making you feel? How are you feeling about it, Scorpio? Oh, the Five of Swords. So you're fighting it. It's like a battle for you. And this could be a real fight in your mind. But oftentimes the Five of Swords really indicates conflict with other people. So, and the Five of Swords specifically is like conflict that's not very productive, right? The Five of Wands is a card about productive conflict. It's making us stronger. We're like prepping for the battle ahead. We're like getting stronger at the gym with conflict, right? Like pushing against weights. Don't fight against yourself here. Don't fight other people, Scorpio. Let it go. Let it go. The spirit is telling you to move on, because there are such like better, more beautiful things here that are coming for you, that you're ready for, that are going to take off. 10 of Pentacles. Scorpio, if you put it down, if you just let it go, if you find a way to relieve the racing thoughts or this feeling of being stuck, or feeling, it's like a blame. There's like some kind of blame that you're in right now. And, you know, if this isn't your story, go on and like read your other, or like listen to your other sun, moon, rising signs. Like if this isn't for you, don't worry about it. But if this is you, I feel like it's a very specific message that you're going to understand. Stop fighting and you will come into so much abundance, but you got to stop fighting. You have to step away from the fight, because the Five of Swords says no one wins. Everyone gets cut up, and it's just like not a good scene. I love seeing the Five of Swords because it's a warning for us that we can take and say, oh, okay, great. This like battle I'm in actually isn't going to end well. Perfect. Thank you so much, Spirit, for letting me know this is actually one I'm going to like bow out of, right? Because sometimes like the cards will read like, this is where you need to stand up for yourself. And sometimes we don't know. So if you didn't know, Scorpio, that you're fighting too much, that you're getting too feisty, that you're getting in your own way, let this be your message from the universe, from Spirit, to step back out of that contention, and you are going to be so successful. You are going to be rewarded for it, likely monetarily, financially, abundantly, materially, within family. Like this is generational wealth, the 10 of Pentacles. So you have like a really, really, really big incentive to calm yourself and focus on what you want to grow. People, places, things around you this month that are going to help you, bring you back, bring you forward. Four of Cups in reverse. Really interesting. So, you know, you might be surrounded this month by experiences of people like helping you come out of a hard time. This is you going to the bookstore and seeing like a book on how to get out of a funk. This is your friend saying like, hey, I've been really sleepy this whole past, you know, January. Do you want to like go dancing with me? This is like opportunities for you this month in your community, people, places, things that are going to help you just like kind of move out of a place of feeling sorry for yourself, if that's what's going on. And like, no shade, Scorpio, like I need to wallow a lot sometimes in my grief and my pain, and sometimes like what I'm going through in order to move forward. I am very clear about that for myself. Like I do not move forward without really, really feeling where I am. So by saying like, if you are wallowing, I support you if that's where you need to be. But you are going to have, doubling down on that message, you're going to have really, oops, I'm so sorry. The Five of Swords like swooping out there again. Was that here? I forget. We're going to leave it out. I think it was maybe. We are going to tell you that it's doubling down on this message. Celebration, go out with friends, opportunities to like celebrate and hang out and be social, and like just that'll help you kind of get out of a funk too if you have been like really in your mind about something. Deepest hopes, deepest fears this month, Scorpio. Okay, interesting that you're not going to kind of make it. The Page of Pentacles is like new starts, new beginnings, that you're not going to feel like you want to move forward on something again. You're afraid that like you won't want to find a new job. You won't want to go out on another date again, that you won't want to like get up out of bed and like go to the gym or find new little projects. Page of Pentacles is us like, it's also messages. It's messages about like ways that we want to build things and do things and be physical in our life. So there could be a reticence, like maybe you feel like kind of scared right now to start new projects. Well, get over it. That's some tough love there, because new projects are coming for you with this Eight of Wands. Let's see, Spirit, what advice would you have here for Scorpio here, as they might be feeling reticent, combative, as they might just be feeling like they're afraid, like, maybe there's been some hard hits recently and it feels scary to start something new, or feel like you want to get back on a dating app, or that you even want to like try a new school or try a new, whatever it is. The Page of Pentacles is about trying something new, stepping into like a new part of life. So Spirit, what would be a helpful... Okay, great. Do it your own way. You don't have to sign up for anything that's like official or like a class, or it doesn't have to be traditional. It doesn't have to be traditional in any way, Scorpio. You can kind of like engage at any level in any way that feels good to you. Maybe that's like online, maybe that's like, oh, okay, fine. I feel great about like commenting on this like story, or like, being a supportive part of like my friend's birthday party by not going, but by catering, or like whatever it is, be curious and be interested in finding ways to like re-engage that feel really good to you in small little ways. Spirit is saying like, don't worry about having to jump back into anything if you're feeling like you still want to take some time, that you can do things slowly, and that it's all going to happen, and that you can do it your own way. I love the Hierophant in reverse. It's the rebel in me. Okay. 10 of Wands, 10. Here's the 10th card, Scorpio. And this is the culmination of your reading. What do we got? I was like, that would be amazing if it was the 10 of Swords, or 10 of anything. Here we go. 5 of Wands. Well, here we go. This is actually gorgeous. We were just talking about the 5 of Wands as being like constructive conflict, right? An environment where, oh, I just love this. This is exactly what we've been talking about through the entire reading, Scorpio. It's going from a place of like thoughts against yourself and other people, feeling locked into a situation that doesn't feel good, fighting against other people, and learning how to refocus and effort for what does feel good. So the 5 of Wands is the conflict, or the like engaging that could be contentious, or it could be like, it's setting good boundaries. It's having good communication. Ooh, so this is a great example. So the 5 of Swords would be like, F you, get out of here. I effing hate you. If you're trying to set a boundary. The 5 of Wands would be like, hey, I really don't feel good when you come over uninvited. Would you be willing to come over or make a plan with me next time so we can plan? Tonight I am not available, right? One is fighting at, one is setting a boundary and engaging in conflict, but it is, it's healthy. It's, wealthy and wise. It's getting you to a better place, that you want to be, right? So focus on how you can do things constructively this month. This is really, really beautiful. You are doing it, Scorpio. Things are going to work out really well for you. You have come so far. Anything that you do feel in conflict with right now is just working itself out so that you can go to incredible new places that are coming for you. You can do it at your own pace. And remember that whatever you focus on this month grows. So be very conscientious of what you are thinking, believing, and feeling. And again, take some time to be silent, because the universe is trying to work with you this month. And angels are always available for you. Your angel guides they are available in each and every moment for all of us at the same time. So if you work with angels, fabulous. If you want like a specific access point to work with one this month, choose Archangel Raguel. He is here for you. She is here for you. they are here for you. Clairsentience, if you want to sit in meditation and just actively request support from the angels, they are here from you. They just need to know what you want them to do or how they can support you. So this one in particular wants to work with you this month. Thank you so much for watching. I am wishing you all the best and can't wait for the next one.